Hey folks, Serenium Tea here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. We are in Earthernshire, so let's speak with Rock. Rock can't meet his obligations without more help hands. The pot pad is broken, the pots are emptying. You come to A, Rock accepts your hand lending with joyous smiles. If we can offer the potsworn their promised good living, we might save the day yet. Whatever you need. Well, let's lend a help hand. Lending a help hand. What Rockra needs is for new help hands to create good living for potsworn Kahi. The help hand assigned to Kahi was hurt during the rock rain, so Rock took over, but he knows nothing of Kahi. What does Kahi want? What does Kahi need? Help hands do not bother with the potsworn with straight tasks. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare things with guess think. Please guess think with Rock. Find out what Kahi is lacking so we can provide it. You can count on us. No, not the back cat. This is where Kahi works, is it? Well, let's take a peek inside then. That must be Kahi. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him, but that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess thing. At the workshop, you may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Alright. What do we got? Crafting materials. Well, he's no shortage of crafting materials. There must be something else he's missing. Untouched meal. Barely touches meal. That dish is meant to be eaten hot, or it loses its savor. We're here? No. Kahi. He must be boiling things so close to the furnace. There's no airflow to speak of. How could anyone work in that stifling heat? Warren's tools. His tools are looking pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones? Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kahi might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Rock. Hi. You made your observations. What did you guess think? First off, I noticed Kahi hasn't touched his food, and empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking. But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? But Rock is sure of nothing when it comes to Kahi's taste. I can help you with that. My brother Kona is also a Hetsaro, and while everyone has their personal preferences, there are some they tend to share. Like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kahi probably wouldn't have been able to eat it until it cooled down, and by the time it came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. Simple solutions to serve dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. Rock never would have thought of that with the third promise mind explaining these things to our cook. Not at all, but I don't think that was the only reason Kahi couldn't concentrate. The Hetsara homeland is hot and dry, but even Kahi seemed to be suffering in front of the furnace. Is there any way you could cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try Drafty Shard. They make a lovely breeze. Do you know where we could get one of those? You can gather them from the Shoals of No Return. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up their search for the Golden City. So we salvage them from the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Arya? Oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kahi's files and saws and things were very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order? Ah! Rock was too preoccupied with stocking materials. A serious oversight, which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for a good living is a help hand's responsibility. Then we all have work to do. We can meet back here when our tests are done. The shoals in the return are past the crags, through the tunnels southeast of here. You should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village. Yeah, I'll follow the quest marker. It's fun. Oh. Right direction. Follow. Apparently. Fun. There's a quest here. Hello. Let's use this vantage point. You're Arya, aren't you? What brings you out here? Ah, the issue with caring for the potsworn. When they approached me with the same problem, I suggested they commission artisans in Charlie instead. The quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed, after all. However, the moblins did not care for the idea. Surely it would be more effective to engage a uniformly trained collective. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin to feed the pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands and are instead tasked with tending the injured. We're on our way back from preparing ours for Earthernshire, in fact. Settlements in kozama'uka too have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found the way here? Should I become Dawntrail over it? One of my first acts will be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital. When I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlian technology. My apologies, I have much to consider. If you will excuse us. We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Arya. I bet that's a path. About the tunnel opening, head through the passage to the shoals in no return and recover the drafty shard. Or southeast anyway. So I guess we go southeast. Fine. We go southeast. Oh, the current is literally here with the crystals. Perfect. However, I have an astrologian to try and sneak that little map piece. What are we looking at? Oh. That was the last one for kozama'uka. I still can't say it. What else is there? Alright. Alright. I don't think we want this fiery orange crystal. It's a bright green. There's a pale blue. I think we want the bright green one if I were to be a guessing woman. Amid the soothing whisper of wind, it seems you found the crystal at Rock and sent you to salvage. Wow. Like we just had to look for the green one. Is that the cool breeze Rock fills? Yes. Yes, thank you for finding a drafty shard. Rock will add it to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Hatsaro, and it's on its way even as we speak. and see what Kahi thinks of our efforts. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. Fun meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed the pot pact. I am grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two, and I'll reciprocate with a piece worthy of a potsworn. An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Ulak shoots the craftsmanship to satisfy Earthenshire's reputation for quality, I trust. Such luster, such brilliance, truly a gift fit for the dawn servant. I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill, after all. Forgive my interruption. Lemity, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with defeat. That's great news. Thank you for letting me know. So this is the craft of a potsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise. I can promise I drew inspiration from kozama'uka's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my work. I wondered why the moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even Charlene goldsmiths could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Do that Tulial, fortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Hexaro, more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tyrell's very peoples was eye-opening. You lived as a traditional Hexaro. I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Rock is very grateful to you. I thank you both for your hard work and clever guest think. When it comes to help handing, knowing the potsworn really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. The feat of pots. The Elector bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I will head over and after finding Thancred and the Fonjeantaine. I also ran into the Levier twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. For rivals, it's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting, but even now he's conscientious to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Ready Rock ready. Waiting! Ready Rock thanks you for assisting help hand Rock. She will announce the feat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the potsworn to stay. How did you fare? Oh, you know, we did things. So you managed to do the same. Splendid. Welcome to Earthernshire, first promise. We support your plans for cell crossings and the new potsworn they will bring. Hail the mighty Dawntrail! He cleared many piles of rockfall as if they were pebblestones, a resilient son for Dawn servant. Dawntrail was clearing fallen rock. I'm surprised he would volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest. Well, well, we meet again. Just in time for the feat to begin. I'll bet he was already here, laying low while the rest of us did all the work. Claimants, your attention, please. As Ready Rock has explained, many of our potsworn left us following the storm. The precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in much jingly shine from across the salt. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthernshire will suffer. Tulio merchants will suffer. So Ready Rock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us. So we'll recruit new potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You are free to refuse Ready Rock's request. She will be happy to inform the Dawntrail of Zoralshaw's disqualification. Pride is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. Then Ready Rock declares the feat of pots begun! But remember, a pot pact must be agreed to willingly, no grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. The Elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival. Which is exactly what we should do. A fine suggestion, brother. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. That new sea brute is up to something. Aye, he may seek to delay us again as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Luke Lamont? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans among my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Tuliol to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Kona probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm complaining, comparing us, do you understand? It's just a statement of fact. I suppose we could try asking around watching Meki. That seems a logical place to start. Back to Tuliol. It is. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? No, 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 I can't do it. I can't stomach another boat ride. That I should share my burden, so I will speak plainly. The truth is, I get really sick on boats. Welcome, this is hardly news. But it was brave of you to admit. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother. It will? Are you sure? I'm positive, mostly. You'll love to see it. I need a moment. Upriver, downriver, Ihukatuma is too rough for me. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on board if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Ropley can help us recruit the potsworn. Greetings, Sir Promise. What brings you back to watching Meki? You've not checked your axe again, have you? No, Master Ropley. Actually, I have a favor to ask. So what do you think? Do you know a craftsman who might be interested? Filching my reasons for the moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the third promise making a request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know with a mastery of goldsmith and would also have no qualms about relocating to Earthernshire? What of the elephant man who just started working here? You mean Fonjeantaine? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store across the slope. And considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little up the river. Dad, he's only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the potsworn are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Fonjeantaine at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day, probably enjoying a meal or a jabali of time. Then maybe we should go and talk to him. Just you and me, since he knows us. Wouldn't want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. Two of us can handle this. Take a rest at the cabins, if you like. Right, let's go and see a man about a pot. Oh, Arya, you're here too. The third promise said she wanted to chat after she finished eating, so shall we find a quiet spot outside? Last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Yes, I wasn't I? A lost soul until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. My new place of employment has been most welcoming. For the first time in a long time, I feel content with my lot in life. That's wonderful. So, what is it you wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a potsworn. Oh, I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That's when artisan signs a contract for the moblins, is it? But you're not a moblin, I'm not sure I understand. It's for a feat in the right of succession. I need to bring a new potsworn to Earthernshire. So that's the way of it. We barely met. After pushing you to work at watching Meki, I'm not demanding you throw that away and sign a pot back instead. It's a selfish request, I know. I have something to tell you, third promise. The other day I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say I'm now an official subject of Tulial. I have since endeavored to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants. Including you, of course. Now, you will recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End when Garlean forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me, and in an instant, the man I loved and admired. I never wish to suffer such a loss again. Though, as much as I'm indebted to you for turning my life around, as it is as a fellow peace-loving Tulial, and I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a pot pact, then I will gladly do so. Fonjeantaine, thank you. I shall return to Master Ripley and inform him of my decision. Allow me, I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news. Hi. Perhaps you remember me? I'm Brooke Avu, owner of Chevalier of Tai. I'd like a word. You don't mind? You're Wooklemat's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown, too? If the gossip's to be believed. Man, just a little. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then. You can now gain access to Roll Quest! Speak with Brooke Avu and Chevalier of Tai, pursuing new adventures as you progress through the Rite of Succession. They're back! They are back. I will at least grab the first quest for now, and then we'll go from there. Uncouth customers. Arya, I was wondering when you'd be along. Not a moment too soon either. I've got an urgent job that needs doing, and there's no one else I'd entrust it with it. Of course, you'll be wanting to know the details. It's a long story, so why don't you grab a seat over there? I'll join you shortly. Also, so I don't have to come back down here to do this quest. Now that we're all settled, allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Brooke Avu, proprietor of Chevalier of Tai. As you know, my establishment is open to anyone. People hailing from across Tyrol and sometimes further come here to whet their appetite and slake their thirst. Given how we turn no one away, it's inevitable that a few bad apples might mix into my motley patrons, and therein lies the rub. A particularly rotten bunch was here not long ago. Sitting just over there, in fact, having a conversation most foul. I thank you all for coming here so far from your respective homes. This is the first time we've all gathered in one place. Perhaps formal introductions are in order. I am. Welcome, welcome! What will you be having? Could we have a moment, please? We are in the middle of something very important. Now then, where was I? Oh yes, I am Apayi. Yes. If you're sitting here now, it's because I have personally invited you to the passage of the Unbound, my secretive villainous order with ambitions to sow discord throughout the world. My villains don't often call themselves such. Nor do secret orders have their meetings in places where all eyes can see. What do you know? Your snap remarks are only ruin my carefully constructed atmosphere. If I had time to think of a suitable slogan, you would understand that words are everything. But I digress. I invited you all here for one reason, to throw the world into a mire of chaos and then watch its nations crumble. What else will we call ourselves if not villainous? My only interest is to punish all who dare to mock and belittle me. So long as I can achieve that, you can call me whatever you like. The rich and the powerful, the mighty, all shall be crushed under the weight of my ire. A grand design for a group of 6. Even if we manage to muster others to our side, there's a limit to what we can accomplish. I regret to say you are right. At present, we are bound and powerless. That is why, in order to raise our fists against our oppressors, we must find the strength to shatter our shackles. And in so doing, we shall become unbound like the birds soaring up above. We shall take flight and spread our wicked wings, staining the azure skies black. But sometimes skies become treacherous clouds and even birds must rest. You speak of finding strength. Is that why we are here, to look for it? If so, then I pledge my aid. With newfound might at my beck and call, I shall win adoration known only by a hero. Your eagerness is heartening, and you are correct. The tools to make our goal a reality lay in Tyrol. Across the continent can be found a certain artifacts which possess untold power. Did you say artifacts? Oh ho ho ho! I sense an adventurous hint for instruments of devious devilry ahead. My imagination is overflowing with images of new forms my trickery might take. I dare say the world is not ready. Yes, well, to get to the heart of the matter, the objects are held by the disparate tribes which make their homes in the Tyrol continent, where they have been passed down through generations as sacred treasures. Whatever stories these people have attached to their so-called treasures matters not. Each contains the essence of fearsome beast called Tyrol of Idral. Each, and with them in our possession, none shall be able to stand against us. We shall take the objects for ourselves, bring them across the sea, and use them to undermine nations far and wide. The means by which you each choose to do so, I leave in your hands. I only ask that you do not disappoint. I take it there are no questions. Then let the passage of the unbound open unto the world. We begin at once. They didn't order a single thing. That's the long and short of it. What do you think? That's without ordering anything? Villainous indeed. It's right there in their name. They're unbound my manners and respect and won't be welcome back here anytime soon. You, on the other hand, can stay as long as you like. Of course, we had to duly report what we heard to the Landsguard. We did, but it didn't make a damn difference because soon we learned those unwelcome guests had teeth. Oh, this is not what I meant by Dawntrail bosses have teeth. Long ago, one individual from a remote tribe came here seeking help recovering a stolen relic. Then came another with the same story, then another, and another, and so on. By the time we realized the passage of the unbound was a real threat, they had one and all made their way across the sea with their ill-gotten gains. Each tribe has sent one of their own to recover what was lost, but being in strange lands, they're at a disadvantage. That's why I've been looking for someone who knows every corner of Eorzea and beyond. Now, I know you have business in Tyrol, or else you wouldn't be here in the first place, but if you could take the time to hear Ral Majun out, you'd be doing a service to many who could really use a helping hand. Greetings. Allow me to thank you personally for lending your assistance in this matter. We've been quite desperate for someone suitable. Greetings, Ram Majun. At the risk of becoming a daily nuisance, I must ask, have there been any developments you might share? A nuisance? Oh, I perish at thought. You've come in just in time, in fact, and none but the vaunted Arya has agreed to aid in our search. Finally, a fortunate turn. So long as our sacred treasures are in wicked hands, our homes shall know no peace. Say nothing of the danger they pose to other nations. If these thieves really do intend to stir up chaos across the seas, then you had better depart on the next ship. But before you do, it might be proper to introduce you to those who have come to Tulial in search of aid. Lozaniqui there comes from the village far to the north. A single warrior cannot hope to withstand the power of her tribe's relic, so she requires a stout protector. Someone that can be leaned upon when times are darkest. The heirloom that Niapine must recover afflicts terrible maladies upon its victims. He seeks someone who commands a great healing magics to counteract its effect. The search for Shashepya's tribal treasure has been entrusted to a peerless hunter. She requires someone to act as a front-line fighter who can distract her target while her bow takes deadly aim. And lastly, there is Suhi, who knows little about her people's ancient artifacts. Must not fall into the wrong hands. She seems a mage of great power, but anything beyond that lies shrouded in mystery. Are you forgetting someone, Rahulja? Your crisis is just as pressing, even if you won't say so yourself. Rahulja hails from further south than even Mamuk, and has traveled many days and nights in search of someone who can strike down their prey from afar. It's the only way to escape the effect of his village's treasure. Did I get that right? Indeed, I do get self-forgetful in my old age. Thank you, Ramajin. 5 tribes, 5 stolen treasures. All are waiting for the aid of a brave soul. Hopefully that could be you, Arya. Of course, I'll share all that I know in the matter. You only need to ask. And know that I will not hold it against you should you choose to assist only those for whom your talents are best suited. As long as you do what you can, the people of Troll, maybe even further, will be in your debt. So some emphasis happened there. You have gained access to the role quest for Dawntrail. A separate quest line, the story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. These are people who are all gathered to Valley of Tai and assist them with recovering their stolen treasures. So yes, I'm gonna try and not put this off to being the very last thing we do. I'll just, try and level up earlier. Maybe do some date farming once I have, the story done. So of course, the melee one is marked as we can do it right now. But we are still gonna wait for 100, or at least like late 99 to do these. Master Rofley, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Fonjeantaine has agreed to sign the Pot Pact, yes? Well, it's a chance as a capable goldsmith to have one of our own handpicked to serve the Third Province. It's a great honor for watching Meki. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know any other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. Hey, it could even be yourself if you're so inclined. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, my time here was brief. I will not forget your kindness, Master Roleplay. I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home into Leolo. Come back to us if the moblins cut you loose. You always have a job at watching Meki. I expect you'll want to leave for Earthernshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. What became of Fonjeantaine? Were you able to find him? Yeah, we did. He's agreed to become a potsworn. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I have plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fonjeantaine places faith in me, and I won't let him down. You may now unlock deliveries for Wachimeki. Speak to Ripley and pursue new endeavors as you progress through the rite of succession. So, we still haven't even touched that Shadowbringers once of these because... What's leveling crafters reliably? Anyway, before we continue, we're gonna call it good there. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, click the little bell for notifications. Also consider checking out the links in the description below. Social media, Discord, come hang out. And until next time, this is RiniMT signing out. Bye!